Okay, we're going to look at another way of doing harmonics, and personally this is one of my favourite from Eddie Van Halen, and I'm going to explain a little theory of how he thinks about it. First of all, I'll show you the technique. I'm just going to do it down on the A string here. If I hold down an E note, which is going to be on the 7th fret A string, okay, and then what I'm going to do is tap on that same note, but it's going to be up on the 19th fret. Now, the way he looks at it is that when he puts his finger on a note here, that is now the nut. It's substituting for the nut of the guitar, and then this will be the 12th fret, okay? And that's the way he does it. So that's the 12th fret. And what you're doing there is you're taking your finger. Now, this is the only time that I normally use this finger to do it. First finger, and I just tuck the pick away and put my thumb on the well, I'm going to be putting it, sort of damping that string there. But I'll show you another way of doing it when you come across a little bit later. And you just slam on that note. And you're basically banging right on the fret. Like that. And then what happens is he will look at this as being like the 7th fret, and that as being the 5th fret. In reality, obviously, it's 19, 15, 14 and 12. And sometimes he'll come one back as well. And you get that kind of effect. And you probably notice I'm shaking that E string a little bit. To get that effect. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of other licks using this technique on this same string. One is going to be that I'm going to bend the notes as I play them, and I personally really like this sound. This. So all that's happening there is I'm doing the same as before, striking them, but just bending it at the same time. Okay. Now, another variation on this, which is also fantastic, is that you hammer there. So what I'm doing is I'm releasing the open string and then playing that harmonic on the 14th and 12th fret on the A string. And then what you do is you let that go again and slam that first finger down and bang on the 12th and 10th fret. So now we have this. That's the first part of the lick. Now, the next part of the lick goes like this. We go. So what happens is we release to the open, play that 7, slam on that 14, pull off to the open again, go to the 5 on the A, and then slam on the 12, and then alternate between the two. And then hit that 19. Now, I'll play it all slow. It makes a lot more sense when I put it all together, but if I play it really slow for you, it sounds like this. Hopefully you can see that, and I'll put it all together, speed it up, and it sounds like this. Okay, so we're going to be looking at another harmonic lick now. It's pretty similar to the one that we just did, the only difference being it's on a G string. Okay, so we're going to hold that note down there. It's a D note on the 7th fret G string. And we're going to tap an octave above. It's an octave above, so we're going to be looking at the 19th fret now as the 12th fret, 14th as the 7th, and then the 12th as the 5th. So if you imagine the guitar starting there now, that's your 12th, there's your 7th, there's your 5th. We get the same effect, but the one that I want to show you, now this is tricky to do, so don't worry if you don't get it straight away, is to alternate between this one here, which will be the 19th and the 14th, and then release the bend as we do it. Sometimes it's easier just to start on one note. Now, obviously, I'm getting a little bit of string noise here, but I'm not playing along with the band, so it's a little bit exposed. But the bottom line is you just tap those two notes. And I do use this first finger, and a lot of times I'll actually do it by just plucking the string like that. And then what I do is I put my thumb and I just rest it in between the two strings that are behind it, and then I move it along. And you'll see how that damps. But you can find those anywhere. Basically what you do is you find the note that you want, 12 frets above, look at that as your 12th fret, then find out where the 7 and 5 are, and that's how you get the other notes. Okay, this next lick, I almost forgot to put this on here, but that would be a travesty if I'd have done that. And it's very, very simple, but it's very, very effective. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this kind of pull-off lick, which is going to go from the 4th fret A string to the 2nd fret A string to the open A string. I know what you're thinking, big deal, but there is another part to this. What we do is we pull off like this, and then we take this finger from our hand and we just run it across the strings like that as we're doing the lick. And hopefully you're noticing all those harmonics coming out, so it's another one when we're playing. And you can do that on basically, you can do it on any string, but they seem to work well down here. And all I'm basically doing is just changing with that hand. Hours of fun.